Happy Vlogmas 19. My peeps, my discovery with the peeps. We're just gonna do a car vlog today because I'm out and about. I don't think you probably can't see it. It's right there. I picked up Timmy's, what is it, his cassock? I don't know the words of his clothes. I think it's a cassock. I think it's a cassock. Yes, it's his black dress. But a friend of ours, or a friend of his, well, yeah, used to be Timmy's former social studies teacher in grade school. Her sister is a fantastic seamstress, so she helps him when things don't fit him correctly. So, of course, I have to pick it up because he's back at the shore, but we're going to be going down there on Sunday afternoon dinner. So we do this like every holiday. We always have like a fun holiday dinner with the kids. They're not kids anymore, but with the boys, and we're going down there, and we're going to go past my favorite deli, Bagliani's. If you're local, it's in Hamilton. Pat always says Hamilton. It's in Hamilton. No, it's Hamilton. But it's a fantastic deli. Oh my gosh. I've showed you, I've taken the vlog there where it says a wall of cheese. A wall of cheese. They have all different kinds of cheeses, and they buy them in bulk and then they cut them up in all different sizes. So delicious. I want to get a Dunkin on the way home. I feel like a Dunkin. I don't know what kind of Dunkin, but I feel like a Dunkin. Don't know what. Will I feel like something hot? I think I'm going to do something cold because I feel like I can make a hot matcha. I got plenty of matcha at home I can make. I've been making banging matcha lattes. Banging. Oh my gosh, so delicious. They said you have to use really good ceremonial grade matcha, and I've been doing half water, half frothed milk, and a little bit of maple syrup, or I do the cupcake Choc Zero syrup, which is my favorite. It's so good. I'll either do either one of that. But I do put a little bit of stevia when I froth the milk. I put the flavoring in the matcha, and then when I froth the milk, I put a little stevia packet in there just to make it a little sweeter. It's so good. So actually, I've been really crafting my matcha, and I've gotten so many chai teas already. A couple people sent me chai tea, and I'm so excited. So we have to work on maybe some fancy chai lattes, all loose leaf. So y'all know it's better when it's loose leaf. I got one at remember the Coffee and Chocolate Expo I went to back in September. This was from a couple. They were from India. You could tell they spoke broken English. They were dressed in Indian garb. Their tea is it's a mint chocolate chai. And I'm not a huge mint lover, but that mint chocolate chai is so good. Oh, and you steep it in the milk and then you strain it. In fact, I love it, but it was so expensive. Oh my God. I didn't realize how expensive they were until I'm like, yeah, I'll take some, I'll take that. And he's like, when he first offered me the tin, I'm thinking, okay, a tin, it was $98. I'm like, yeah, a smaller one. So I got like the half the size. Of course, it didn't come in a tin. I think it was 48. I don't know if they even came any smaller, but I was like, do you ever do that? You're mortified and you're too embarrassed to say you don't want it. That's happened to me before. Except at one place it happened, and I'm like, yeah, no. but it was good. I mean, was it worth it? It's really good. It's just smooth. It's got such great flavor. That's like cocoa powder. It's just, you just steep it with the milk. It's just, and they go on their website, they give all the directions. Now I'm going to stop at Dunkin if there's nobody in line. I not pre-order because I'm afraid last time I pre-ordered there was 5 to 6 people in line and I had to wait. So I thought, I'm not going to pre-order. I'm just going to go there if it's empty because she lives right past here. This is the Dunkin I always go to. This is where I come home from Aldi. If it all looks familiar to you, yes, it's the same way. The rain has stopped. I did a quick live this morning. I was prepping my peppers, and I thought, oh, let's just go live. Nobody's home. Had the house to myself. It was quiet. What I should have done too was I didn't even think, but I had bought some chicken at Aldi. Did you see that haul? I think you did. To make some loose chicken sausage, and I totally forgot. I'm like, it was like way later. I'm like, that would have been fun. I could have made the sausage too, but it would have been a little more chaotic too, having 2 burners going and then make sure because it's hard, to film with the tripod and stuff. But I made a pound of loose chicken sausage. Oh, and I made a nice little breakfast scramble. And guess what? There's nobody in line. Why? Because I didn't pre-order. That's always the way. So you want to hear my order? I think I'm going to go with which flavor do I want? Do I want the sangria? Do I want the mango pineapple? I don't know. It's so hard to tell.
Morning, can I help you?
Hi, can I have a medium mango pineapple half concentrate refresher with green tea?
Can you give me that one more time?
It's the mango refresher with green tea and half the concentrate on the flavoring.
Oh, less concentrate.
Correct.
Medium mango with green tea, less mix.
That's it.
All right, thanks for confirming.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to see because I got to pay. Do you see I get the mango refresher, mango pineapple, with green tea, half concentrate, so it's half the calories. It's 140, and then you get a half concentrate, it's 70. So, that's what I do. And here it is. It's lighter, doesn't have that heavier taste, but it's still got great taste, so. I was going to get sparkling water, but I do love the green tea. It's probably my favorite, but I like the sparkling water. But yeah, here we go. I'm like, of course this has to come. I'm almost out of Dunkin money. I was telling that to somebody, like, what does that mean? And I said, I get Dunkin money at Christmas. Usually lasts me to Mother's Day. Then I get Dunkin money on Mother's Day. Usually lasts me to my birthday. And then I get Dunkin money on my birthday. Usually lasts me to Christmas. Because sometimes, like, when you do enough, you get like points. So I get a few free drinks. So usually I have enough. Because the boy, like I said, I don't need anything, But I do enjoy a good Dunkin a few days a week. So I almost got a hot matcha, but I know I have really good matcha at home. I could have it there. But if I get a matcha, I usually get skim milk. It's honestly just as creamy and delicious. I really enjoy it. And I usually get like the sugar-free syrup, either vanilla, almond. I've gotten them all. Usually vanilla and almond are my favorite. I have gotten almond milk, but I don't think their almond milk's unsweetened. So I just go with the, if I wasn't counting, I'd get oat milk. Oat milk's my favorite to mix with lattes. I love oat milk. Of course, Patrick says, how do you milk an oat? Like, how do you milk an almond? I said, you can. Yes, how many have boys? They're just weird. But it is Friday. And Timmy just informed me he's coming home for dinner tomorrow. I'm like, what if we're not going to be here? Well, the Eagles game is on at 5 tomorrow, so I think that's why he's coming. He's actually going to New York today. One of his classmates is being ordained, so him and Tommy, who he was ordained with, are going up because they were classmates with him. So they're going to go up his ordination, spend the night, come back tomorrow. And where Tommy's stationed, which is maybe 20 minutes from us, give or take. So he's basically in the area. It's funny, the kid from the shore got up here. The kid from up here gets to the shore. We always find that funny. But so, watch the game and have dinner. I said, like I said, I think it's going to be cheesesteaks tomorrow night. Because we have plenty of cheesesteaks. We have rolls in the freezer. We have plenty of cheese. In fact, Steve wants to go to the Amish market today. Yes, my husband likes to shop. I know. It's last night. We had dinner with his brother and sister. And he said he wants to stop on the way home at, what is it? Home Goods. My husband likes Home Goods. He especially around Christmas. because they have all like he was like a kid in a candy shop, looking at all the chocolates and things, and he did buy a few gifts for people at work and like the mailman. And I thought, well, our mailman, our mail girl. So we got a couple gifts, and he's like, oh, you want this? You want this? I literally almost got. They have a mango peach tea. I think it was green tea too. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, you don't need it, Denise, because I need to go through the tea that I have. And as I buy a tea now, right? I know what you're saying. You just bought a tea. I know. But I said, no, I'm good. He did get me the little Dubai cones. They're nice and tiny. YOLO, you only live once. You can't not have it. But yeah, he's got a couple things. And he goes, guess what's around the corner? I said, what? He goes, crumble cookies. I'm like, really? Because I wanted to stop this week because they had the chocolate fudge, I think, with the peppermint buttercream. And I know my son, Peter, loves anything peppermint. So, and Steve loves everything peppermint too. So I said, why don't we go get the peppermint one? I don't like peppermint. I said, but I wanted to try the peanut butter one. And so we got the big peppermint because I knew him and Peter would, have that one. And I got 3 minis. I got the peanut butter one. I got the Grinch one because it's easier to get them in threes. And I got the one with the, I think it had like a cookies and cream, buttercream. Even Steve's like, you can't describe how good this. Yes, they're overpriced, but they're really good. Like certain cookies are served warm. Like the peanut butter one was served warm. Oh my God, it was so amazing. Speaking of amazing, I have another channel to share with you. There's this girl. I think her channel's called, I'm going to link it if I don't remind me. Dollar Tree Dinners, I want to say. Well, she's doing the 12 days of Dollar Tree desserts. Everything made from the Dollar Tree. She's made some really cool things. She just made peanut butter cookies. And it looked really easy. And then she made the other day peppermint bark with like there was like a peppermint white chocolate bar there, and she used the chips, and it really looked well done. And like she gives you the price what she spent, and great, it's not making a whole lot, but I think it's just some cool things. And she'll tell you like these aren't really chocolate chips, but they melt really well. But again, I just been into like these just fun channels, and I forgot about her until like last. I'm like, oh my God, you didn't even mention so and so. There are so many channels that I think I didn't mention. Like I think I didn't mention that. I didn't mention that because there's just so many. I just literally have to do a part 2, but I should start writing them down. Yeah, but the ones that I think I gave you were the ones I pretty much regularly tune into, like Bianca. Oh my gosh, and I love her shorts. She does shorts, which is something I want to get into, like taking already established videos and then making them into a short. So I just need to brush up on my mad editing skills, which are terrible. My terrible mad editing skills. But so yeah, tomorrow's video for here, I'm not sure what I have planned. I don't know. Nothing. That's what's great about this channel. I don't plan anything. It was like, all right, what's the mood strike you today? I don't know. It's like it's unhinged. It's whatever, whatever strikes my fancy. I had to finish I have nothing for tomorrow's vlog, I don't think. Might be a short video on Dish with D, because I got nothing. I probably should have filmed what I did live for Dish with D. I think that's what I was going to do, and then I just went live. We'll see. I do have some footage. I know I have a haul from Grocery Outlet. I think there's a couple tastings on there. So that, yeah, it'll be. You know what? It's that time of year anyway. You don't have time to be sitting in front of the computer watching 20, 30-minute videos. You want to watch something quick and funny, because that's that will make this one quick too. So thanks for watching. You're enjoying this channel. I'm so happy. I think I said that all the time. It is. It's fun just to not just to be unhinged and just be like, yeah. So it's like we're like hanging out. If you're in the car next to me, we're having a chit chat on the way to where we're supposed to go. But maybe I know if we want to go to the Amish market, I'll put that in the other video. You guys love when I go to the Amish market. It's just hard to film at the Amish market because you don't want to film people. I try just to film food because that's what you're interested in, seeing the treats that they have. And let me tell you something. Our Amish market has treats. You know what Steve always gets there? You're gonna laugh. hard-boiled eggs. I'm thinking to myself, I can make them, but you know what? Let him buy them. He always buys that. Sometimes he buys in that department too, but it's like the salads. Sometimes he buys oatmeal. He always buys their macaroni salad. See, I can't eat salads because they're too sweet for me. I do not like sugar in my coleslaw or I just don't like it. He does. That's a Metagon, my mother would say. Metagon, that's the way he likes it. But we usually get something there. Sometimes you go to Captain Chucky's and get some, he always gets something that Steve is obsessed with. Cooper Sharp cheese all of a sudden. Every time we go there, he has to get Cooper Sharp cheese. I I'm not a fan of Cooper Sharp cheese. He loves it. Every time he makes cheesesteaks, it's Cooper Sharp cheese. I think because he's watching all these videos and that's the cheese. It's trending right now. Like, how things trend. It's like the hot word. Well, apparently now it's all sorts of chicken sandwiches, breaded cutlets, and it's always Cooper Sharp cheese. And it's Cooper Sharp cheese on cheesesteaks. That's what he watches. And Steve is easily influenced. Oh my gosh. Is he easily influenced? Yes. I can't even tell you the things that come to my house. And it's funny because, if I don't bring it in, he figures I don't know. But so he kind of hides it. And then all of a sudden, even clothes, he'll see some kind of men's clothes. And then I'll wash. I'm like, where did this come from? He looks at me. I said, I know your clothes. I washed them. So I know when there's something I haven't seen. Oh my gosh. He was in these earth shoes for a while where your feet are flat. He kept thinking they were the next big thing for him. His feet never felt so good. Well, come a year after 2 years later, his ankle's bothering him. I'm like, you think it's your shoes? Because they're not giving you no ankle support. Steve has very thin ankles. He does. For a big guy, he's got very thin. In fact, he broke the one bone that runs up the side of the ankle. He just twisted it and it snapped. And I'm like, I've done that in mine. And I really think his bones are very thin there. But yeah, so he can't wear the shoes anymore. I told him they're not supportive. Well, they're supposed to be really good for when you walk. Your feet, they're great for your feet, but what about your ankles and your calves? So he's back to wearing his Skechers again. I can't tell you how many pairs of those shoes he ordered. Easily 6 or 7, maybe more. I haven't seen them all because he hides them. He's like the Carrie Bradshaw with his shoes. I've never seen a man who owns so many shoes. But my husband loves to shop. All the girls are jealous. I'm like, no, don't be jealous because it's a pain in the neck to shop with. But he loves to go to the Amish market. Usually, like I said, he goes to the deli and he usually goes to the cheese department. He usually gets a fun spread. He got an olive spread last time with his Cooper Sharp cheese. I'm telling you. And he gets the fun little crackers that the cheese place sells. I kid you not. He doesn't bring too many sweets home. Sometimes he'll buy the scones, but he really doesn't, or tea biscuits. He doesn't buy any of the cupcakes or cakes or anything. I will say sometimes he buys the Fruit Loaves. But he gets the half one. Because I'm only going to get the half. But you're the only one eating, so you're eating half a loaf. But yeah, sometimes we do split a donut. If the donut line is short, we may split a donut. Most times it's not. Sometimes we have lunch there. I don't want to have lunch there. Oh, I hope not. I just ate late breakfast. But if it has a late lunch, early dinner, because nobody's home for dinner tonight. Patrick's working, Peter's working, then going out, and Tim is down in New York. So we'll just him and I for dinner. We could always. I love going to the Amish market. I had a burger there about several months back. It was the best because I haven't had a burger in forever. It was the best burger. It was a black and blue burger. When you haven't had something, my gosh, does it taste like filet mignon. Oh, it was so good. My only complaint was the roll. It just broke apart, but I didn't eat it anyway. I ate most of the other stuff. But yeah, he's gonna want to go shopping. Though I could go for a Philly pretzel. Back in the day, Philly pretzels on Weight Watchers were really good points because there's no fat in it. It's really just dough, And then they took a hit after, I think it was Points Plus or the point system before Points Plus. Why am I talking Weight Watchers on this channel? But because I know a lot of you follow me there. But they were like a steal to eat. And there really isn't. And you think about it, it's mostly carbs. There's really no fat in it. It's a pretzel. And I'm a Philly girl. I grew up with soft pretzels. Northeast Philly, we used to, back in the day, I don't think they do it now, but there was like really busy intersections in my area, and there'd always be a guy on the corner selling pretzels. Because back then you can get them for 2 pennies a piece, and then you would sell them 5 for $1 or something like that. If you bought a certain amount, you got them for that cheap. But we laughed because, and I mean, I'm 59, so we're talking probably 40 years ago. I was probably a teenager. And you'd be like, all the fumes that the pretzels, like, they were in bags, but still, like, all the smog we probably ate in those pretzels, but they were the best pretzels. Because Philly is known for bread and pretzels, of course, because bread, pretzels. That's why it's hard when we moved here, at least for me, not for Steve, because he wasn't from Philly. Bread. Your girl loves her bread. I love my crusty on the outside, chewy on the inside. I'm a bread snob, I am. And it was hard to find affordable bread that was decent. Finally, it's gotten better. But yeah, with pretzels, I mean, my gosh, we'd always have soft pretzels. We'd always have big Italian loaves of bread because it was like 25 cents to get this big loaf of bread. So we always had it. And my dad knew a guy who had a donut business. And he bowled with him. So on Monday nights, my dad bowled every Monday night, as long as I can remember. He would go with him because it was not too far from the bowling alley, and he'd bring home a box of fresh donuts. Is there no wonder that I have a weight problem? And these were beautiful bakery donuts. Oh, my dad loved his donuts. That's where Timmy gets it. But anyway, I've chatted on way too long, but it's just fun to catch up. One thing you didn't know about me, my dad brought me home donuts. Yep, my dad was, if we went somewhere, like say we were at a wedding, and they happen to, some places, they don't do it as much anymore, where they would have everything out. They didn't have the desserts out. He'd go to the desserts first, then go to the food. In fact, at his funeral, I put his picture in the dessert buffet because we had a picture, because that's where he'd want to be. Timmy's the same way. If there's desserts out, he'll always come back with desserts on his plate. I said to him, Tim, it's in your genes. I'm sorry. Cake is life. That's why Denise had to find a way to make cake. I can feel like I haven't made a donut in forever. Maybe next week we'll make a donut. A Christmas donut. We'll make it green, like the crumble Grinch cookie. Okay, I've talked long enough. Thank you for watching. I will see you in a video very soon.